We're excited about it. This is our fourth year in a row now that we've done this camp, and we do a number of different camps throughout the summertime. This is our 5th through 9th grade middle school boys camp, and it's great. You know, we have a great time. We always have great kids, and we like to combine a lot of fun with a lot of learning and kind of meld and mesh and marry those two things together because we're trying to build basketball players, but we also are trying to forge a love for the game at the same time. So we got a lot of different goals that we're trying to achieve, and we have a great atmosphere, and we got great coaches helping us out.
I guess Larry Bird was always given credit for it, but players are made between March and November. How important is this?
It's absolutely vital. I mean, we do a lot of things throughout the year with AAU and training at all times of the year in this camp as well, but this gives them kind of a different atmosphere and a different environment where they can take the skills that we put into, like they're doing stations right now, working on a lot of different skills. Then they can immediately put that into game situations that we practice right after that, and different competitions, different skill work, things along those lines. So this is the time of the year where you get better. You know, as any good player knows, you don't get better during the season quite as much. All the times you get worse. You know, it's that off season that you get better, and this is a big part of that for us.
Take us through a typical day at camp. What do you guys do?
Well, we do some warm-ups to get started, get them nice and loose. We do a lot of different unconventional type of warm-ups with a basketball, without a basketball. Then we get them right into stations. We do 4 or 5 stations per day, different skill work, and we usually build one upon the other as each day progresses. Then we do a combination of whether it's certain competitions that incorporate those skills. We may do some 3-on-3 games, may do some 5-on-5 games. Yesterday we had a little special activity. We had a little one-on-one against all the coaches. So we had a good time there, especially with all our coaches that we have here and the talent that we have on for display. So it's a lot of different creative types of things. You know, we do a lot of just larger drills that incorporate pretty much every skill you can imagine, you know, with some lunch and snack breaks in between.
Talk about that coaching staff. You got some of the top players that ever come out of this county.
Yeah, we try to do that each year because, you know what, these kids, I mean, you could bring in an NBA player or a high-level college player, but kids around here can't really relate to that. But they can look at a Zach Frick or a Kodie, Hilbert, Bryan, Langan, Nate Sammans, Matt Tobin in the past, Jake Melville, Chris McElvain, all these guys that we've had here, and they came up through the same types of camp, through the same area, the same towns, and they could look at them and say, hey, you know, this is real-life stuff. If they're able to, you know, get to this point where they're very good high school basketball players and graduate and become very good college players, and most importantly, become, you know, good adults. You know, it's a great example for these young kids to have that, hey, I was watching this kid this year. I was watching Zach Frick. I was watching Kodie Hilbert. And, hey, he's a pretty regular guy. So that gives all these kids hope. And that's what we're trying to do. Let them know that, hey, you can do whatever you want.
It's awesome. I love doing it. I think this is my 4th year now, believe it or not. You know, I love helping out the Sparta kids, you know, making the games better, and getting them ready for the high school level.
It's always enjoyable, you know, see young kids, you know, see how they mature throughout the week. I just finished that Falcon basketball camp, so, you know, it's nice to come here and see some of the Sparta kids, see how they do. I really enjoy, you know, making kids better at basketball.
Bryan's one of the best trainers in the county. It's great to give back. I love coaching. You know, we teach kids skills, and hopefully they bring it from here onto the court during the season, and we're just wishing them the best, you know.
I actually went to these camps too when he was coaching and everything back in the day, and well, I say back in the day, what, that's 3 years ago, something like that? Not even, but it's really great, you know, seeing all these familiar faces back again for another year. It's really great. All the kids out here working hard, you know, really no complaints about them or anything. It's awesome job by them.
As you mentioned, you do many camps and clinics. If people want to contact you, I know you have more stuff going on over the summer. How could they do that?
Yeah, very simple. You can go to BryanThomasBasketball.com. We've got all of our social media outlets on there. We've got email information, even phone number information on there as well. And we do a lot of summer training. We do a lot of summer clinics, and then we lead into the fall where we do fall AAU, more fall training as we get them ready for the winter time. So everything we do, once February and March hits, where the kids now are no longer playing for their school teams, has an eye on the following November, December when they start up with their school teams again. So everything is really geared around preparing them in that 8, 9, 10-month span for the next season. So again, BryanThomasBasketball.com. Got loads of stuff on there, loads of educational videos, articles, you name it. So check that out.